Hello, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back. If this is not your first time joining me, thank you so much for being here, clicking on the reading. I appreciate it. I appreciate your viewership. Today's reading will be a little on the naughty side. This will be an 18+ reading, adults only. And this reading will be, how do they rate you in bed? What are their favorite things about you in bed? Maybe possible challenges in the bedroom. Let's get into your reading. So, this is a pick a card reading. I want to give you all a little bit of time here to choose the deck that screams out to you. You have 3 options. Pile 1, Desire. Pile 2, Correction. Pile 3, Surrender. So just take a few moments and see which card your intuition pulls you to. There will be a reason you feel drawn to the card that you select. So just take a few minutes to look over the cards and the options here and see which one resonates most with you intuitively. And we're going to go ahead and get started with pile 1. Hello, pile 1. Let's get into your reading. How do they rate you in bed? I've already pre-selected your cards, but I want to start off with the word desire. You could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, or a Sagittarius, or you could be connected to a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but this is giving me a steamy romance. The word desire, for some of you, this could imply to me that you and your person are desiring each other right now. Could be a new connection where you two have yet to become intimate. Could also be a new connection where you've just experienced each other for the first time. Could be that you two are at a distance or it's been a minute since you've seen each other, so you're desiring each other. But let's get into your cards. Your first card, we're going to start with Oracle cards. Your first card is, I am responsible for some of my partner's unhappiness, and I put my partner's best interests above my own. There is a person here that sees that you don't always get it right, as none of us do. In relationships, they are acknowledging here that there have been mistakes made, but you take accountability when you make a mistake. You make changes as necessary. They see you as someone who is mature enough to take responsibility and ownership over your wrongdoings, your shortcomings, and they really love that about you. And although this is not sexual energy, this is more about the intimacy, though, the emotional connection between you two. They appreciate that you don't have a problem saying I'm sorry and taking accountability. They really appreciate that about you. You could be a Scorpio. Your next cards are, thank you for loving me even on cloudy days, on my cloudy days. And today we celebrate the best decision you have ever made. So this is a person who feels like every day feels like a celebration with you. Even when they have down moments, though, they feel like you are a person who's there for them, who supports them, who loves them unconditionally, and they appreciate that. They could very well be acknowledging here that you are a person who gives them a lot of empathy and compassion. Even going back to the responsible for some of my partner's unhappiness card, they could even be telling me here that they've fallen short, that they've disappointed you at times, but you always put them first. You always value how they feel. Maybe a person deals with depression or they get down on themselves sometimes, and they feel like you are the one who picks them back up. Your next Oracle card is Tightened Embrace. This is a technique where a very intimate position takes place between partners. He thrusts with his legs between hers for deeper penetration. She should wrap her feet around his waist. And that just gives me that this person loves when you pull them in, even though they feel like the dominant partner, the masculine here. This person feels like this, looking you in your eye, almost a missionary position, but something about you taking control from the more vulnerable position at the bottom. They feel like you pull them in There's an intense, there's an intensity in the way you two look into each other's eyes, and it's really turned this person on. You have hung up. This person is showing up as fixated, an obsessive attachment and focusing in. This person doesn't have eyes for anyone but you. They don't have eyes for anyone but you. Your next card is keeping it 100. Honesty, showing true colors and transparent intentions. Someone could wear glasses here. Or they're pointing out your eyes, how intently you look into each other's eyes. So they feel like there's a lot of authenticity and genuine sincerity between you two. Honesty in the way you communicate, being very vulnerable and transparent with each other. One or both of you could be Geminis. They really enjoy how honest you can be with each other, how you see each other at your best and your worst. You don't hold that against each other. It doesn't thwart the relationship's progress. They really appreciate that about you. Now let's get into some of the other cards that you have here. You have lined up, casual dating, keeping options open, multiple love interests, and non-committal. You have wake-up call, harsh reality, coming to terms, hard to deny anymore, and reality sinking in. So what I feel like this is saying is this is a person, whether you or them, someone here has had other options, but they're zeroing in on you or you're zeroing in on them. There's a wake-up call happening here where someone is understanding that the relationship with you or you with them is much deeper than it is with any other options that could be on the table for either of you. You have fulfilling a fantasy and you have running. This person wants to run away with you. They may want to travel with you. There's a fantasy here that you fulfill for them. You keep them on their toes, is what they're showing me. They're never bored with you. They feel like the way you operate in life in general, but especially intimately, there's intensity and there's intentionality. And there's also a free-spirited energy for some of you. This could be a friends with benefit situation or just a casual dating situation where you are not necessarily in a committed relationship, but I feel like that could be about to change. Your next card is would having sex in public turn you on? So this is a person who wants to enjoy you outdoors, or they feel like you bring out that side of them where they're a bit of an exhibitionist. We have candle wax, enjoys dripping hot candle wax on your body or having it dripped on them. That's self-explanatory. The next few cards we get into will be your tarot cards. I have 4 different tarot decks that I've chosen to use here. 3 of them are more on the intimate side, and the other deck that I'm going to use to start with is it's an unconventional tarot deck, but it's not dedicated to intimacy. So we're going to read between the lines a little bit with this. Your first card is the 7 of Wands, and that represents Mars in Leo. You have the 4 of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy. And this shows me someone here who feels like the connection with you is worth holding on to. They feel like they must protect you at all costs. When it comes to intimacy, this person feels safe with you. They feel like you're mine. I'm hearing this all mine by Beyonce and Drake. They just want to say you're mine. This is what this person wants to know. Through good, bad, and different, you're the one I want to fight for. I do feel that this is a person who wants to let loose a little bit with you. For those of you, if you use protection with this person, I do feel like they think about safety first. It feels like they're pushing a narrative here of safety first. That's very important, and so you all may engage in very protected sex. They value that, but there's some aspect of them that actually wants to be closer to you. They want to remove the barrier. If you can read between the lines, we will have to speak in code on this reading just because of YouTube's algorithm and what I'm allowed to say and I'm not allowed to say. So try to read between the lines as much as you can. You have the Knight of Cups, and you have the 4 of Wands. Wow, Power One. Someone actually sees you as someone that they want to marry. If you are not already married, it feels like this person is narrowing down their options. They're seeing you as their ideal person in the bedroom. They feel like you are a lover boy a lover girl, a hopeless romantic, a very hands-on lover. They feel like you take your time. Again, intentionality is here. They feel safe and at home with you. The feeling that they have with you is that they want to take you somewhere. They want to travel with you. Could be a local trip, doesn't have to be far. They want to be near water. They want to make love near water or in the rain. That's something they're pointing out to me. They want to be outside of the home. The person on the card is outside of the home. The Four of Wands represents the home. They want a little bit of fear about getting caught is what's turning this person on about you. They feel like you two are already locked in, even if you're not committed. I feel like they're turning a corner with you and they're actually choosing you, if that means anything to you. This person wants to marry you someday. They feel like you have the kind of love that pulls people in and they can't get out of your orbit. Your next two cards are the Ten of Swords and the Two of Swords. Gemini energy, Moon and Libra energy. This person wants to blindfold you. They may want to spank you. There's something here a little naughty about this. They like the way you speak to them. They rate you as someone who's very blunt in the way that you speak to them. When you're in the bedroom, they feel like it's night and day from the person you are when you're clothed and out in public. When you get behind closed doors, they feel like you're a bit of a closet freak. They feel like you're someone who always has a trick up your sleeve, and they have a slight fear of you hurting them. For some of you, that could be some BDSM, some S&M. I'm seeing blindfolds and feathers, and the masculine is enjoying the element of surprise with you, whether that's you surprising him or him surprising you and you being receptive to it. Your last two cards are the Nine of Non-Judgment and the Hermit card. You have two nines here. You have fetishism and you have self-pleasure. I will have to word it that way. This person is very drawn to your voluptuous body if you're a woman. There's a foot fetish here. Something to do with your high heel shoes, your stilettos. Some of you wear red bottoms. I also see here for a lot of you, you could be very bottom heavy. You may be a pear-shaped person, but they see you as someone who owns your sensuality and sexuality, and you don't have any reservations about pleasing yourself, and they love to watch you do that. But a strong foot fetish is showing up here. There's something about tickling you. I don't know what that might mean, but there's something significant about tickling you or watching you in the shower. Water, shower, the beach, a pool, things of that nature are really intriguing to this person, whether you've done this already or not. They rate you as someone who brings them absolute satisfaction and makes them happy. With the Nine of Cups here, that's the Nine of No Judgment. And then the Hermit card again is self-pleasure. So they feel like you own your body and you make for a great partner because you know how to please yourself. And someone who knows how to please themselves in this person's eyes cannot fail as a partner. They really and truly do love being with you intimately. And they feel like they've met their ideal person in you. There's nothing else that this person wants. It does feel to me they want to pamper you, spoil you. This could be a very generous person. If you haven't been getting much of a commitment out of them, I see them stepping that up pretty soon. So this is how they rate you intimately in the bed. Pile 1. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to check out the next reading. Make sure your notifications are on, like the video if it resonated with you. And please make sure you're subscribed, and welcome to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you all being here. We're going to move on to Pile 2. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome. Let's get into your reading. How does your person rate you in bed? We're going to start with Oracle cards and we'll move on to the Tarot. I've already pre-shuffled and chosen your cards. Let's get into it. The first card you have here is Animal Attraction. You have a clothes dryer. For some of you, maybe sex in the laundry room is significant. I'm just getting the steam of the dryer, maybe being on top of the dryer is significant, but we have lust. This card also has to do with sex work. Someone could be a dancer, a midnight ballerina. This person is saying that after your panties are wet, you really need me. Sometimes you have to pay to stick your dripping. Sometimes you have to pay to stick your dripping thing in me. After you get me hot, I'll give you a tumble. Wow. This person feels like they may like marathon sex with you. They could be viewing you as someone that they just can't get enough of, can't keep their hands off of. It just feels like you two are dripping with sweat when you're done. They feel like there's a lot of moisture and excitement with you. We also have possessive. Okay, this is someone laying claim to you. They feel like you're theirs. The card says mine. I actually channeled that song by Beyonce and Drake for Power One, Mine. So maybe that is a message for you all as well. It says using a flashlight can make my shaft look scary, intimidating. Drilling me expands my holes, likes it rough. Wives understand why their men come inside me. Wow. And it's easy to get lost in my secret cavity. So for some of you, there's a masculine here, or you could be the masculine here that is well endowed. That's a message showing up here and is making someone feel possessive over you. Or there's a masculine who's well endowed, who's very possessive over you, divine feminine. Your next oracle card reads, just wanted to let you know that I love you even though you aren't naked right now. And because you're you, and I like that person. So this person loves you just because they love you for who you are. And it goes beyond just the physical with you. There's an emotional connection. So the sex is the icing on the cake for this person. That's really sweet. You could be dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, or you could be a water sign. Also see Capricorn here. Your next card is the saddled swan. This is a technique where the woman raises her legs and parts her thighs in this usually enticing position. It is a great position to start out with as the shallow penetration allows her to relax and warm up. This person likes when you submit to them. They love when you submit to them. We have rebound, flighty, temporary option, unpredictable intentions, and we have receipts, evidence, guilty as charged and exposed. I feel that there's someone who could be falling deeper for you right now. Maybe one or both of you were coming out of another connection where you met. Maybe the connection has been hot and cold, on again, off again. Maybe there's a push and pull between you two where you felt like a temporary option, or you've made them feel this way. And the unpredictability here, I feel like something is changing. Someone is starting to show more how they feel. Feelings are being exposed. Your next card is sexual protection. And you have romance here as well. Like I said, it feels like there's someone here who's starting to feel safer in the connection or wanting to level the connection up. They have romantic feelings that are developing. Going a lot deeper. I definitely see someone here may have been a stripper before, an OnlyFans or something like that. Or maybe some of you carry very sexual energy. But this person is highly committed to you, or they want to commit to you. We have scoring, hooking up, sexual conquest, getting laid and feeling boastful. And you have logical approach, strategic, analytical mindset, carefully calculating moves, and head wins over heart. That's air sign energy. I'm seeing a possible Cancer for some of you. A Sagittarius for others of you, and then Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini are here as well. Someone could have really colorful hair or wear glasses or sunglasses a lot. Some of you, it's giving me Harley Quinn. There could be, someone has like a Harley Quinn aesthetic or attitude. So this person sees you as a person who is you're not ruled by your loins. They don't see you as a person who would fall in love just because sex is good. They see you as a person who's strategic in the way that you move through your relationships and life in general. So they see you as someone with a logical approach, discerning taste, strong boundaries, and this could be why we have sexual protection. For some of you, you're sticklers for protection. They respect that because you could be saying it until there is a romantic connection more solidified. You're not interested in unprotected sex, and they understand that. They absolutely feel like you protect yourself, and they value that about you because they see you as a high-value woman or person. This person loves to brag about being with you, though. They love having you on their arm. You could have done a photo shoot with this person at some point. Your next cards are, you are my every waking thought. You are like a constant hum in the back of their mind. You're a whisper behind every moment of every day. They're obsessed with you and feel incapable of thinking about anyone else. Yeah, you're taking over this person's mind. And we have master. This person likes being in control and telling you what to do while you obey their wishes. Now they're rating you in bed. So for a lot of you, it's your aggression. It's your no-nonsense approach. It's your non-negotiables. It's your high standards that really turn this person on. They don't feel like you give yourself to just anyone, and they really appreciate that about you. So, Pile 2, you chose the card that says correction. Pile 2's card is correction. I do feel there's something here about the way that you keep this person in line. You have the Justice card, and you have the Hangman. I feel like you keep this person holding on. I started hearing the song, you don't really love me, you just keep me hanging on. I'm not exactly sure who sings that song. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Libra, or you could be a Pisces or a Libra. But she says in the song, set me free, why don't you, baby? Get out my life, why don't you, baby? Because you don't really love me. You just keep me hanging on. Someone feels like you keep them hanging on, and it feels like a power play, but it actually turns them on. They also feel like you bring them to the brink of climax and you pull back. They feel like you're the one in control. They love your voice. They're rating you as someone who matches their energy very well, but they also feel like you have the upper hand. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Again, this could be an on-again, off-again relationship. They feel like you're very slow to commit to them. So intimately, they feel like you take your time. You pay attention to detail. Every nook and cranny of their body, you explore it with great intention. You know them very well. For some of you, this is a friends with benefits situation. It is a casual dating relationship, but you make them happy. They enjoy quality time with you. Every moment, they just felt like it could just, they wish they could slow down time with you. This is a person who feels like you make love to them. It's very steamy. It just feels steamy and passionate, but it's a slow burn. And they really love that. They look forward to the next time, every time. Now, there are three people in the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups does represent three's company. So that could be something this person is trying to warm you up to. Possibly, bringing someone else into the bedroom, or this is something that maybe they think you're wanting, and maybe they're warming up to the idea of it. But the woman on the Knight of Pentacles, she's actually riding the back of the masculine. He has a mask on. For some of you, you could be into role play. She has a whip in her hand. You whip them into shape. Haha. I do feel like this person feels like the feminine here is the one in control. And they actually love submitting to you. You have the Tower, Scorpio and Aries energy. And you have the Nine of Wands, Moon and Sagittarius. Yes, I feel like you whip them into shape. They surrender to you. There's something very climactic about the connection. The Tower can be really intense. Climax is that you two both reach climax at the same time, and it's very intense. They feel like they're at your mercy, and they really love that. They're also pointing out your backside, your bum. For my feminines here, they feel like you are a person who is extremely vocal. Extremely vocal. For some of you, you make a lot of noise, and they see you as someone who has a bit of chaotic energy, which again, I was hearing that song, set me free, why don't you, baby? Get out my life, why don't you, baby? Because you don't really love me, you just keep me hanging on. They really do feel there's a bit of chaos in this connection, but they love it. They wouldn't have it any other way. There's actually this intensity and unpredictability. It keeps them interested in you because they feel like you're unpredictable. They never know what to expect from you. And they feel like they're at your mercy. Your next two cards, your last two cards, are the 9 and 10 of Swords, which in this deck they're called the 9 of Consent and the 10 of Consent, which is reversible and consensual non-consent. Wow. You intimidate this person. I'm also seeing a man here in a mask, and this time he's the one with the whip. He's turned the tables on her. He had the whip in his hand. This person wants to take control. They want to dominate you. They want to turn the tables. And they like when you're rude to them. This is so weird. But they're showing up as someone who loves when you talk dirty to them, but in a controlling way. And don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like they're almost wanting you to emasculate them so that they can turn the tables on you. They rate you as someone who's in total control. They feel powerless. They're at your mercy. And they love every minute of it. But for a lot of you, the ultimate goal is for them to take that whip from your hands and turn it on you. They want to shut you up just a little bit and be the one in power and control. This is how they rate you intimately. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you have not already. Thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. I appreciate your viewership and your support of the channel as I'm just starting out and it's growing. So just stick with me. We'll continue to grow, get better. And we're going to go ahead and move on to pile 3. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to the channel. Let's get into your cards. We're looking at how your person rates you in the bedroom. We're going to start with oracle cards and we will move on to the tarot later in the reading. So let's start with the cards that I've already chosen here for you. Shuffled your cards. And the cards that you have here, your oracle cards, are I love you. In bed, I'm sorry, I love when we're in bed together. I like your ass. I'm glad I swiped right. For some of you, you met this person on a dating app. They're saying they're glad they chose you. They're glad that you are the option that they went with. Even if you didn't meet this person online, this person loves that you're comfortable in your body with them. You are not trying to be pretentious. They love that you are who you are unapologetically. These are some things that really turn them on that are outside of the intimacy. Okay, so we have yoga. This is creative, spontaneous, sensual energy. They feel like you're very flexible. And they see you as a vocal moaner, grunting and groaning. They're also pointing out for my divine feminines here, your yoni. They love how pretty it is. They love that you all are flexible and versatile in the bedroom with several different positions, exploring several different positions. And they love how flexible you are, literally and figuratively. Okay, so we have lost touch, no contact. For some of you, this is a person you may not be speaking to right now. Your next card is cushion pushing. They feel like your backside is very plump, your derriere. Your derriere. Not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's derriere. Derriere. We have technique. The technique here for cushion pushing is a great position to get things started when you first begin to rip each other's clothes off. She faces forward on a chair with her legs spread. He kneels and pushes up to penetrate her and continues his thrust in this manner. This person likes to take you from behind. They're both clothed. It's like they've just pulled. She has a skirt on. He's pulled it down. She has a bra on. He has a shirt that's open and his boxer shorts are kind of pulled down. It almost feels impromptu. Feels like it could be like a quickie for some of you. So that could be something that's significant. They really like your backside. Okay, we have regret. The past cannot be changed, but the future is still in your hands. We have remorse, sorrow. Okay. And we have skirt. Quick getaway, the runner, and escaping. Someone here regrets running away from you. This could be why there's no contact. So maybe for some of you, there's a reconciliation on the there's a reconciliation on the horizon for you. We have blocked spam calls and texts. Yeah, this could be someone who's trying to get in touch with you that you haven't spoken with in a while. And we have the funeral card, which is like the death card. Could be a Scorpio. You or they could be a Scorpio. It feels like something may have ended between you two. It's like this person is looking for you. Okay, we have messy sex. Bring the whipped cream and tasty toppings because they want to lick you all over. And we also have sex toys. This person likes to use toys on you or themselves or together, experimental and playful. Wow. So this person likes that you don't play by the rules. You're not trying to be prim and proper when you're in the bedroom. You like to make it messy and creative and introduce toys. You have life, YOLO, living it up, living in the present, enjoying life fully and releasing future and past. Well, it feels like this person is wanting to let bygones be bygones with you. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. YOLO is the Knight of Wands. So for some of you, maybe this has been a casual thing. It's been something that maybe feeling like more of like one night stands than committed relationship. But I feel like there's some vulnerability starting to creep in here as far as the reconciliation goes. We have send selfies, exchanging pictures, wanting to see you, looking at your pictures and saving your photos. So this person is looking at your pictures. They may ask you for a lot of selfies, or you may just send them selfies. Could be for some of you, they're intimate selfies and they're looking at those and reminiscing, because I feel this may be a person you're not speaking to right now. And it does feel like this person is about to stop pursuing you and chasing you. Yes, we have the Magician and we have the Hermit card. It does feel like someone you lost touch with. The Hermit card is a card of ghosting or no communication, or someone that just went silent and you're not exactly sure why. So the Magician and the Hermit card, this is Gemini and Virgo energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini or Virgo. It feels like someone's about to be more proactive with you. But the way they rate you is maybe someone who does this as well. You both may kind of go your separate ways and come back together. Maybe there's an understanding, a mutual understanding, and they appreciate that you don't chase them and you put them in chaser mode. You're activating the thrill of the chase in this person. But the Magician makes they feel like you have mastered all of the aspects of lovemaking, the fundamentals, the emotional fundamentals, the practical fundamentals, the way you speak to them, the passion, the chemistry, is the electric between you two. And maybe they're telling me here that you are the one who pulls back sometime, or maybe you both do. And like I said, there's just an understanding. But they also, this person feels like you may send them really sensual or sexual images or videos, and they love to watch them. For some reason, it's like they're sneaking to watch them. I don't know why, but that's it for some of you. You have the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy. So they're pointing out your moisture, your wetness. There's a lot of mutual feelings here. You two understand each other. Very intense eye contact between you two, looking eye to eye. They feel like they want your cup of love right now. I don't know what that means. You two may be in separation right now. Someone is longing for you. They're longing for you. There's someone surrendering. You picked the surrender card. Someone is surrendering to these emotions for you. That's them running away from the connection. You've been dealing with the runner. You have the Three of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, there's someone here possibly had a third party. I also feel like somebody wants to break the rules with you. It could be a Taurus. Yeah, I feel like they see you as a heartbreaker. Pile 3. But they want to break the rules with you. There's something forbidden about this romance. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it feels a little bit like forbidden fruit. They see you as a heartbreaker. Someone that it may be difficult to get to commit. And that could be why they've been running as well, out of fear. They feel a spiritual connection with you, though, when they're intimate with you. The masculine here wants to be very traditional. You know, the Hierophant as a card of intimacy would be like a missionary position or something like that. I feel like somebody may want to spice things up with you. Okay, we have the Chariot, PORN, is on the card. That's Cancer energy. That is the conquest. And we have the Knight of Pleasure, which is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, the Knight of Wands is the YOLO card, and we have pegging here. So this is a masculine who likes to be pegged by some of you. Wow. There's strong energy here of a person that is used to being in control. They're starting to surrender to you. This person feels like you have a lot of charm and charisma. I feel like they may have met their match in you. They like taking pictures of you or looking at pictures of you or recording you. There's a lot of role play here. And there may be pegging involved for some of you. Not everyone, but I'm definitely seeing that here. Could be distance between you two. Feels like this person is about to start taking a lot of decisive action towards you. Especially if you're elusive. If you're a person that's also been running from the connection, you two feel to be two people who just hook up at times. This feels like very much a hookup. There's communication coming in from this person. There's more intense focus on you. This is somebody infatuated with you, fixating on you. But they see you as someone who gets them to their climax pretty quickly. Maybe a lot of quickies between you two, one-night stands. It feels like multiple one-night stands. Like you have a one-night stand with this person, you lose contact, you talk to them again. The same thing happens. But I feel like they're trying to get more of a traditional relationship with you. With the Hierophant here, this is someone that wants to make love to you. They want to actually be intimately connected to you as opposed to just sexually connected to you. And those are your cards, pile 3. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment if you choose. Subscribe if you have not already, and make sure your notifications are turned on. Thank you so much for joining me.